Hi everybody, so back again to talk about ECT. I kind of have some memory issues, so I'm hoping that I answer all of your questions for you, and if not, hopefully I'll get them in the next round. And if you do have questions, please feel free to leave them below. I do have my email below. If you don't want to leave public comments, you can certainly reach out to me and I will answer as best I can. But basically today I just want to talk about the actual treatment of ECT. So what is ECT? It is electroconvulsive therapy. It's also known as shock therapy or electric shock therapy. And what happens before you can have ECT? Well, you need to have a physical. You need to make sure that your body is capable of going through the ECT treatment. So they'll do a physical, they'll do blood and urine tests, especially if you're a woman. They're going to make sure that you're not pregnant and so that there's no issues there. Possibly they'll do a brain scan or a chest x-ray. I don't remember them doing that with me at all. I do think they did an EKG, plus they monitor your heart during. And then of course your doctor talks about it with you. I had to watch a video. My husband was able to watch it with me. It was hilarious because the people on there were elderly, and I hopefully am not looking that old. So there's a lot of prep work to get done before you can even have your ECT. So where I go, ECT is always done by a psychiatrist, and they rotate between 3 different psychiatrists, which is totally fine. I like all of them. They're all really good, and basically they're all going to do the same thing, same procedure. So, and typically treatments are done Monday, Wednesday, Friday. However, I am going down to Tuesday, Thursday next week. Hopefully getting on my way back to work. So kind of the night before, they say not to eat or drink after midnight. You are supposed to shower or bathe, brush your teeth, and use mouthwash as you routinely do, to shampoo your hair, but do not use cream rinse. I've talked about this before. I do it through my ends. I'm a very curly girl, so I put cream rinse through my ends and just kind of leave it where they put the gel and the stickies. So, and you can take your medications if they agree. The night before, they'll let you know if you can take your medications and when. And yeah, so just basically don't eat or drink anything after midnight, which I don't, other than in the morning I am able to take my pills with a few sips of water, but they've approved the medications and said that they're okay to take, so those are fine. Yeah, and I've kind of gone over when I get there, so I'm going to kind of skip ahead to the actual treatment. So like I said, I'm wheeled into the room. I already have my IV line started with some saline. I am really good at blowing veins, so not always the most pleasant experience. But they really are really good anesthesiologists. It's just my body. That's the way it works. So when I get in there, they do take off my sock and they'll place a blood pressure cuff around my ankle. And what they're going to do there is they're going to keep the muscle relaxant from hitting that foot so that they can still see the seizure happen in the foot. However, they do give you anesthetic, so you are asleep for 5 to 10 minutes, and they do give you that muscle relaxant, so that you are not actually having like a muscular seizure. You're still having it and you can see it down in the foot, but you're not going to experience like all the muscle stiffness and pain you would as if you went through the seizure physically. Yeah, so they put the blood pressure cuff on your ankle. They give you that anesthetic and the muscle relaxant. They have those cardiac monitoring pads hooked up on your chest so they can make sure your heart is doing okay. They put electrodes on your forehead and behind your ears. 2 of those are to monitor brain waves, and 2 of them are to help administer the shock. It does produce a generalized seizure, or what they call a grand mal seizure, but you don't feel it. Even if you were awake, you don't feel it because you have that muscle relaxer. So the only thing they're going to see is my toes, moving, and then that will indicate how the seizure is going, how long the seizure is going, and that sort of thing. They'll also monitor my blood pressure. They have a blood pressure cuff on my arm. They'll have a pulse oximeter on my finger reading. And then after the procedure, which literally takes like 2 to 3 minutes, that's when I get sent to the treatment room, and that's when they monitor like my blood pressure, pulse, breathing, and make sure I return to pre-treatment levels before letting me go back to my room. And again, some people wear pajamas. They do offer them where I go, but I'm more comfortable in a t-shirt. They can still get the patches where they need them. I usually wear a sports bra with it. I do wear adult undergarments, as the old farmer's wife put it. Even if I use the bathroom before going into treatment, I still have an issue with that. So I do need to wear those. I know a lot of people are able to just go before the treatment and they're fine. But personally, I just would rather be safe than sorry. And yeah, so I do need them. I do wear them for that reason. And then after that, after the treatment, like I said, they make sure that I have something to eat, and they'll make sure you have a ride home. You cannot drive yourself after this. It is anesthesia. And then basically I head home and rest. You do need supervision for 24 hours after the procedure. And yeah, I have my husband or my mom with me. So, and there are effects of having this done. You're having a grand mal seizure. So I've had, let's see, so the first time I had it, I actually kind of woke up during the procedure. And so I just was aware of like this electric blue kaleidoscope in my mind. That was really weird. And then the next day I had muscle aches really, really bad. They lasted throughout the day and into the next. But that's the only time I've had like those kinds of muscle aches. I have had headaches. I'm sure you've seen those on my other videos. I get them just sharp stabbing headaches. So I'm on the Tylenol protocol to help prevent those. I do get a little nauseous, especially because they're upping my Versed. And I do get the flushing. I kind of already had a butterfly type rash going into treatment, and it really like accentuates it because of the mask and because of the things that they give you. You get really flushed after treatment. Of course, there is memory changes or forgetfulness. The weirdest thing to me is when I put my feet down on my floor when I'm getting up in the morning, and I'm like, why is the floor hard? Like, I can't understand why there isn't carpet under my feet, and I haven't had carpet in a while, so that's kind of something different. And then women may have changes with their menstrual cycle. I haven't had any changes. I've actually been pretty spot on, so no issues there, but I'm sure it's possible. Just because one person doesn't have any effects or any any issues doesn't mean the next person doesn't. Everybody's body is different and everybody responds to treatment differently. So yeah, I hope that answered some more of your questions. I am happy to answer anything. Go ahead and leave comments, like I said, or you can email me. If you like this video, like the information, please give me a like. If you would like to, you can subscribe, and I hope to see you on my next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.